we've thrown a lot of concepts around. Have we scored any success in kind of joining? I mean, I've seen it happen for you definitely, but sort of joining up the concepts so that they are meaningful, and then underpinning that with something practical. You know, if I sort of threw one thing at you, for instance, I don't know, long tail. Would you understand it as a concept, what it means for search, what it means for, you know, how you sort of segment and position your product, and would you have some ideas about practically what it might mean for your site? Do you know what I mean? Because we've tried to do it on all three levels, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. I think long tail is where it all starts in terms of, you know, noticing where your business is in terms of where you want it to go, noticing how niche it is, which kind of market you want to try and attack. Basically here I've done very professionally marked where I think thermal break, from using Google tools like Google AdWords, worked out the thermal break's the kind of key phrase we should be going for. Because thermal break connections, not many people are searching for that, though that's a technical term. Thermal break is a term people are searching for more. And that will come about here. I think it is quite a niche thing, but there are more and more companies doing it because now it is mandatory. So, but it's still it's a pretty specialist thing. And then from that, knowing that to include thermal break as much as you can in you know, the body text that you write in the 5Q system, kind of using superlatives as well to emphasise, you know, the text around it as well to get people interested there. And I've done quite a bit in bold because I was trying to emphasise certain words that I think people would, when they're scanning through, they'd notice. And so starting with the long tail basically works through, and then when you know what the two keywords are that you want and where your company is, you can then build progress from that and where you want to go as a company.
Fantastic. Where do you go from here then on this project? What are you going to measure? What your target?
Yeah, I think I've got here the next 6 months. I want to do is basically I've got a very static website at the moment. I've got change from Web 2 to Web 3. That should be really Web 1 to Web 2. Because it's a very basic website, basic design. I think we can create a pretty good community on there by putting a forum on, putting questions on there.
Of people who use thermal breaks, who install
people
and commission
who want to know about the regulations, want to know about updates to it, want to know.
So you're going to give them some help. The inference being they will come to you at the end. Reciprocity a bit there.
Absolutely, I think get them to generate the content and answer their own questions in many respects. So it won't take up a lot of our time, but it will get a lot of people to the site.
So it's user generated content. It's the conversation and reciprocity are kind of all in one, isn't it? It's
absolutely,
quite cool.
All of these things going on, linguistic binds and such, and also video content to kind of give a face to the company, and also in the video side of things, creating instructional videos for letting companies know how you can install these connections so that we don't have to go out to site all the time, giving the customers something they think they're getting for free, which they normally have to pay for, you know, which they can download easily, and then we can send it out and it's a package and we don't have to go and follow up on that and check that it's all being done correctly. You know.
Fantastic,
I think that'd be good. And then create a blog, I think would be a good thing as well, just to update regularly and let people know how Artechnic's working as a company, kind of give that, you know, face-to-face friendly feel so they know what's going on in the company, differentiate ourselves from competition.
And it's fresh content on there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, like Google likes, you know, updates, regular updates and such. And then apart from that, it's improve the organic search. I think organic search more than pay-per-click I'm going to go for at the moment because we've got a kind of decent order flow at the moment, but organic is way down. We're not even on the top 2 pages.
Long term it's going to be more of the priority.
Absolutely, and so obviously that's deciding upon the keywords and putting them in the text that we've got on the website, making sure the website's positioned so that, you know, with the eye tracker thing that we looked at, so you see where people look most and have the main striking images and text in relevant positions. And then use sort of linguistic binds and embedded commands and NLP techniques in the language of text that you're using. It's kind of fly under the radar of consciousness so that people, it goes in subliminally what you're trying to get across, but it's not blatant, so people do read it all and take it in.
So that's the way that we need people to, the best chance of getting what is in effect sales copy across, isn't it? It's just under. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that showed from the eye tracker is that people now ignore blatant advertising. They might just notice it, but they ignore it, and so it's trying to get them to notice it without.
I mean, that's a big cultural shift between almost Web 1 and Web 2, but the sort of TV and interruptive advertising era that we're leaving behind, and this next phase of the web is people just don't respond well to ad copy. So, you know, your copy is the ad, your ad is the copy. It's the quality of the advice that's across the site which kind of is going to sell for you, and that's through the forum, through the blogging that you're going to do, and so on. So I think you're positioned really well. Any questions?
Will you be including any video?
Yeah, I definitely think on the homepage is a good place to have the videos so that they see it when they get onto the site. Having something where probably we explain the company, what we do, have a tour of the premises. We've got large premises so they can see that we're a British company, everything's made on site, it's all British made, as opposed to a lot of companies where they get it made in cheaper countries and then shipped over. I think, you know, to get across our USPs really, and how we are better in many ways, you know, emphasise the plus points. So definitely, yeah. Come on, question me.
That's come on a roll. It's really good. Let's finish with this. I think all of you are going to really go places, but for different reasons. I think yours is a great project that you're. Oh, what's really nice for me is you're really owning it, and I think you've got everything. You've got a bit of tenacity, you've got a bit of sauce, ringing people up, you know, and kind of, I'm sorry, the site's broken kind of thing, and I think you've definitely got what it takes to kind of really turn that into something. And those are great skills to go anywhere else with. Yours is fantastic because you've got, number one, you've got a little project that is nice and ring fenced that you can prove, you know, and any success you get with it, you can kind of go to other people. Okay, yeah, I was one part of a huge machine, one cog in a huge machine, but look, this was my baby, and this is what we did with it. You know, and that's enormously transferable. You are obviously bright, and probably the best word is very eloquent. You're a great communicator, and that sort of comes through in the way that you talk, but also, you know, the content that you've been producing. It's obvious that you've kind of done PR and that kind of thing, sort of early doors in your career. Bit of a wordsmith.
I like words, yeah.
But massively transferable. Yeah, I predict big stuff.
Thank you very much.
Well,
just remember those little clubs when you get there.
No, likewise, we should all have an agreement where if one becomes rich, we'll let everybody
First one
else.
to a million stays the parcel.
Not Steve so much because he's not here now.
Steve's not it. Fantastic. Yeah, it's well, you know, it's been a real pleasure to spend some time with you. You sort of proved to me why I'm still here, which is that it's tremendous fun, and it's tremendous fun to take part in a little bit of that journey with you. And I just hope that you kind of stay with Axis community and just sort of keep involved, maybe come back on some of the courses, whether or not you don't, I don't care. It's not about selling you the courses, because we'll always, I think, we'll be here and tick over, that's what the college is about, but it's quite cool to kind of see you kind of grow, and hopefully kind of keep tweaking that and going, you know, I get a lot of pleasure from seeing people succeed, you know, that's why we're here, otherwise, you know, it's all a bit of a waste of time, you know, isn't it? So, yeah, just keep
No,
going.
thank you as well, absolutely.
Like Nike says, just do it.
He's making his time longer, look.
16 minutes.
60 mil. I had at least 3 of that.
Yeah. I maybe straight 10.